Hey guys, welcome back. It's Joseph. Quick and simple gospel. Yeshua, Jesus, came to this earth, lived a perfect 33 years, was crucified on a cross for our sins, buried in a tomb for 3 days, and rose from the grave on the third day. We are saved through faith in Christ alone and by no other name. Amen. So good morning, guys. Hope you're all doing well today. Got a few things to talk about today. There's another plane collision. Can you believe it? Deadly plane collision in Arizona. So we're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about the new show on Netflix called 0 Day. I'm going to show you how it connects to Obama's movie Leave the World Behind. And we're also going to talk about Trump and Zelenskyy. We're going to talk about the Pope a little bit. So it should be a good show. I'm sorry that I'm so late today. I meant to go live about 20 minutes ago. I've had technical difficulties with my computer today. For some reason, I have all these tabs open that I want to share, and they're just becoming frozen. So hopefully it doesn't become an issue during the show, but if it does, we'll figure it out. And yeah, I'm already seeing that it is still an issue. So yeah, I'm having extreme technical difficulties today. But we'll get through it. I'm not sure what's wrong with my computer. But yeah, I have multiple tabs that I pulled up, and they're just, they're blank now. They're blank and frozen. Here, maybe I can show you what I'm talking about. Oh, you'll see. You'll see when we get into the presentation. Yeah, I've done over 10,000 videos. I've never had this happen to me either. So, the other day I was live for 20 minutes. They cut my live after 20 minutes, but that was a YouTube problem. Now I'm having problems with my personal computer. Unbelievable. Well, we'll get through the show one way or another. Give me a second. Let me see. I don't think there's anything I can do right now except pull them back up. I have no idea why it's an issue today. Alright, not going to sit here and complain for 9 minutes like I did the other day. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Y'all pray for me today. It's one of them days. Hey Peggy, hey Travis, hey Bridget, hey Mike, hey Mariana, hey Claudia, hey John, hey King Nico, hey Essie, hey Hatchie, hey John. Hope you guys are doing well. Guys, do me a favor when you come in, please hit the like button. Very much appreciated. My goodness, man. All my tabs are like frozen. Good thing I wrote it all down, what I needed, because I had a feeling this would happen. Man. Alright, let's just get into it, man. Hey, Leslie. Alright, guys, hit that like button when you come in. Helps out the algorithm. Helps more people find the video. Please hit the share button. That way we can get this out to more people. Yeah, Leslie. The spiritual warfare is very heavy in these days, that's for sure. Alright, well, you just got blocked from the channel. Somebody said, relax, you're not the only one under spiritual attack. Well, I'm one of the only people doing this full time, all day, every day, for 5 years straight. So, maybe you could go start your own channel, and then maybe you could relax. Alright. See how these should be coming up right away? Now it's white, before it was gray. Look. Blank, 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 blank. I'm clicking different tabs. Now it's gray. Look at this. These are the tabs that I want to know right here. Look at them. Those are 4 tabs right there I'm trying to click on. And it's not coming up with what I want to show. So, yeah, it's going to be a fun show. Okay. Look at this. All my tabs aren't opening except for the first one. Unbelievable. All right, guys. I don't know how we're gonna get through this one without my my tabs opening, but we'll try. All right. God be with me today. Deadly plane collision in Arizona. So it happened again. You know, I know you guys are tired of hearing about it. I'm sick. I'm absolutely sick and tired of talking about it. But what am I supposed to do? Every single day, you got a plane crash on CNN and Fox News. I've been doing this for 5 years. I ain't never seen nothing like this, not even close. Every single day there's a plane crash making national headlines, right? So, you know, of course I got to repeat everything again. Deadly plane collision in Arizona. Plane collision 222. Every single one of these plane rituals has been connected to the number 222. Plane collision 222, like order out of chaos, 222. We just had the Delta Airlines flight from Minneapolis to Toronto crash upside down, right? Delta Airlines 222. Upside down with the upside down pyramid. The Delta logo, the triangle, right? The inverted pyramid. Like as above, so below. Equals 222, like order out of chaos. 222. We just talked about the movie 222, which is about a near plane collision that happens at 2:22. See that? The movie 222 is about a near plane collision that occurs at 2:22. And that movie takes place in New York, New York, which equals 222, like plane collision 222. We had the airplane crash in Philadelphia 222 days before the mayor's birthday, 222 days after the Mexican president's birthday. And that matters because everyone on that plane was from Mexico, including the little girl from Shriners Hospital, which equals 222. We had the plane collision in Seattle with the Japan Airlines and Delta Airlines. They both equal 222. Let's see if the tabs will open yet. Look at this. And this is the second time. That's why I was so late. I deleted all the tabs, and then I brought them all back up again. That is absolutely insane how that's not coming up right now. Yeah, there it is. Ay, ay, ay. And now look, now the slide I was on is slow. So we have the one in Seattle, plane collision 222, Japan Airlines 222, Delta Airlines 222. That was Japan Airlines and Delta Airlines in that one. What are the odds, you know? We had the United Airlines flight, which equals 222, the one that caught on fire on February 2nd, which equals 222, the one that was headed to New York, New York, which equals 222, and including the end date, that happened 222 days from the anniversary of 9/11. Now it's not letting me go to the next picture. Dude. Oh, man, I am under attack, man. I am under attack. This is freaking ridiculous. Then we just had the incident in St. Louis where the plane ran off the runway with the 27 passengers. That was St. Louis Lambert International Airport, 222, named after Albert Lambert, 222. Look at this. Look at this. I can't go to the next photo. Man. Then we had the Philippines plane crash. 2 years, 222 days after their president assumed office. Philippines plane crash, 2022. We had the plane collision at Scottsdale. That was the Motley Crue plane of Vincent Neil that ran into Vincent Vaughn's plane one day after the Vincent Lombardi Trophy, right? And remember, Motley Crue had the music video in the last year with the plane crash with the snake on it called Dogs of War. See the snake on the plane? And, yeah, I hope this isn't going to happen in the future. I don't know. I can't deal with this every single day. Yeah, they put out a music video in the last year called Dogs of War with a literal plane crash. And then Motley Crue's plane you know, collided with Vince Neil's plane collided with Vincent Vaughn's plane, which connected us to the song Vincent from Don McLean III. Remember, he did American Pie, which we've been talking about. Remember we'll get to the American Pie connections, but don't forget the girlfriend of Vince Neil was on the plane, Rain Andrini. Her name was a perfect match to Don McLean III. And you got Vincent Neil, Vincent Vaughn. Vincent was on the American Pie album. It's the second biggest song from Don McLean III. Anyways, you had the Motley Crue plane collision, right? In the last year, Motley Crue put out a music video with a plane crash. There's a snake on that plane. And speaking of snakes on a plane, you know, I connected all this to Samuel L. Jackson and snakes on a plane after the very first plane crash. This is this is like over 2 weeks old now, not 9 days, like 2 weeks ago now. Very first plane crash we did, plane and helicopter collide. I said, look, this happened on the first day of the snake year, January 29th. Snake, plane, snakes on a plane. And it was flight 5342 that hit the helicopter, right? 5342 equal 222, like Samuel L. Jackson, 222, the star of Snakes on a Plane. And then he made his surprise appearance at the Super Bowl, right? 50 days from his birthday, when airplane equals 50, snake equals 50, America equals 50, and throwing up the 666, obviously. There was something else I wanted to say about Uncle Sam. Oh, the plane crash in Washington, D.C., remember, that was 201 days from the anniversary of Snakes on a Plane, like runway 33 equal 201, that old serpent 201. That old serpent, the snake, mentioned in Revelation 12:9, like 129, like the date that the crash happened. Anyways, so let me get to my next point, because we're talking about Samuel L. Jackson, right? Now, this is where I was going to segue and open up my tabs, right? Let's see how long it takes for the tab I want to come open here. Let's see, maybe if I just click on it a bunch of times. Hey, there it is. I just had to click on it 5 times. Okay. Now I can't get it to expand. Dude. Oh my gosh. Well, it's gone now, so let me go back into Facebook here. See if we can find it again. I hope, I don't know what's going on today with my stupid computer, but if this is going to be like this in the future, then I don't know what I'm going to do. I hope this is a one-time thing, because I can't get this frustrated every day, obviously. So we're talking about Uncle Sam, Samuel L. Jackson, and his connection to these airplane crashes. So not only was he at the Super Bowl, and not only is Samuel L. Jackson 222, like all these plane crashes have been connected to the 222, but he's 76 years old. All right, like airplane equals 76. And remember Obama's movie, A Promised, or not A Promised Land, that's his book that equals 76. Obama's movie is called Leave the World Behind, and it's got the plane crashes in it, right? And they drop the leaflets out of the air with the snake on them, like we're now in the snake year. Isn't that interesting? In the movie where they drop the leaflets with the snakes, right, we're now in the snake year. That's the connection to the Snakes on a Plane guy, Samuel L. Jackson. And that was the connection to Motley Crue with the snake video and Kobe the Black Mamba and all that. But see the airplanes crashing and all that? So anyway, that's Obama's movie. And the 76 is a big number to Obama. This is the movie Leave the World Behind, where you see the 76 on the coffee cup. I know it's hard to see that 7. There you go. There it is. Barack Obama equals 76. In that same movie, they got to take exit 76 to get to the vacation house. Right? Now, I had some other 76s I wanted to talk about here and a few other things. I'm glad that opened, thank God. That's Obama's book, A Promised Land. And A Promised Land came out on November 17th, 2020. That was the day, leaving 44 days left in the year, like Obama's number 44, right? Also, that day had date numerology of 68 and 32, like Barack Obama equals 68 and 32. Also, the 322nd day of the year, 322, like the Georgia Guidestones opened up on 3/22/1980, and when did they go down? They went down on 7/6. Remember? They went down on 7/6, like Barack Obama equals 76, and the Guidestones are built under the alias RC Christian, which equals 76. Skull and Bones equals 76. Again, they opened on 3/22. Member of Skull and Bones, George W. Bush, turned 76 years old the day the Guidestones went down. And a million other connections. Back to that 44 connection, they were in Elberton, Georgia. Elberton's 44, Georgia 44. Elberton, Georgia equals 153, like Antichrist Obama 153, Barry Soetoro 153, the Illuminati 153, Jesuit Order 153, the Pet Goat 153, the Pet Goat was on page 153, Heliofont equals 153. They took down iPet Goat 2, put it back up 153 days later. But yeah, Elberton, Georgia 153. Also, the Guidestones were 231 inches tall. They opened 231 days from Obama's birthday. The first rule of the Guidestones equals 231. Maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. That equals 231. They had a pandemic simulation called Catastrophic Contagion, which equaled 231. That was held 231 weeks after the Clade X simulation. The Clade X simulation, that was 666 days before COVID declared a pandemic. And then we had monkeypox outbreak declared 231 weeks after COVID declared a pandemic, when monkeypox outbreak equals 231. But yeah, them Guidestones were 231 inches tall, and they opened 231 days from Obama's birthday, and the first rule of the Guidestones equals 231, and they went down on 7/6 when Barack Obama equals 76. Now, since we brought up Obama's movie, Leave the World Behind, I had a few other things I wanted to say about that. Let's see if my computer will cooperate. Alright, here's the first one. So here's a recent connection to Leave the World Behind. First thing I want to mention, this is Obama's movie, right? Leave the World Behind, 192. Great Tribulation, 192. Obama, 192. That movie ends in the Commodus bunker, remember? The little girl can finish the last episode of Friends in the Commodus bunker, and Commodus died in the year 192, right? And he drowned, by the way, like Matthew Perry drowned from Friends, who died right before this movie came out. Said he had a man crush on Obama. Matthew Perry equals 64, died on the day, leaving 64 days left in the year, like Barack Hussein Obama 64, the Antichrist 64. But anyways, before I get to this 192 connection, don't forget the Chiefs Super Bowl last year was the first Super Bowl after the movie Leave the World Behind, which equals 192. The guy who caught the game winner said he blacked out, like the movie's about a blackout. His name was Kerry Nicole Hardman Jr., which equaled 192, like Super Bowl 58, 192. Usher Raymond IV, 192, and that Super Bowl was 192 days from Obama's birthday. And don't forget, the guy who caught the game winner, his birthday last year was 222 days from Obama's birthday, like the Antichrist Barack Obama 222. And Obama tested positive for COVID 222 days from his birthday. Anyways, rumors that Obama's dating Jennifer Aniston from Friends. Remember, Obama's movie has the Friends theme? Anyway, Jennifer Aniston was born February 11th, 1969, which means she was born 192 days after Obama's birthday. Like Leave the World Behind, Great Tribulation, Obama, they're all 192. And the little girl finishes the last episode of Friends, like Jennifer Aniston from Friends, and the Commodus bunker. Commodus dead in the 192 year. Hey, look at that. All of a sudden the tabs are opening. So maybe the prayers worked. Thank you everybody who said prayers. I'm glad I'm getting through this somehow. The most recent inauguration of Donald Trump, his second inauguration, it was on January 20th, right? Well, that was 192 months and 0 days after Obama was inaugurated. Isn't that wild? Like Obama, 192, leave the world behind, 192. Great Tribulation, 192. All right, look at this. They're all opening up now. Praise God. All right, I'm feeling a little bit better now that I'm able to open these. We had this big confirmation. Giant dragon inflatable spotted on Empire State Building for latest House of the Dragon marketing stunt. So that was in New York. By the way, New York equals 666. So the giant dragon inflatable was put up there on June 16th, 2024. That was 192 days after Leave the World Behind hit Netflix. Notice giant dragon inflatable equals 192. So you got the date duration and the gematria. Giant dragon inflatable 192. That was 192 days after Leave the World Behind came out. Leave the World Behind 192 like Obama, right? So that was to promote the show House of the Dragon, right? Guess when House of the Dragon Season 2 ended? Take a guess. So the show that I'm talking about with that 192, it ended on Obama's birthday, August 4th. How's that for confirmation? Right here. It says they will run through August 4th when the finale arrives. All right, so the finale of this show is Obama's birthday, okay? Now, what if I told you the show is called House of the Dragon, which equals Barack Hussein Obama II in two ciphers? House of the Dragon, 181, 82, Barack Hussein Obama II, his full name, 181 and 82. What if I told you Dragon equals 32, 103, 31, like Obama is 32, 103, 31? You know, dragon is another name for Satan, right? And you know, Luke 10:18, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. Barack means lightning. Obama means the heights. So Barack Obama literally means lightning from the heights, like Luke 10:18. I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven, heaven the heights, right? How about Obama's slogan? Yes, we can. Listen to it backwards, you'll hear, thank you, Satan. How about when Obama announced he was running for president? He was 45 years, 6 months, and 6 days old. Strong's 4566 is Satan. Hello. How about the show, the Bible series from the History Channel? Remember when they showed Satan? He looked identical to Barack Obama. Here, let's see if I can pull that up. Let's see. I'll probably have trouble getting back to this slide. You know what? We're just going to roll with it. Here. Satan, Obama, Bible show. Just for anyone who hasn't seen this before. So this is not Obama. This is an actor. It's supposed to be. Look at this. That's how they portrayed Satan on the History Channel show, The Bible. Look at that. How does that not look like Obama? It's literally identical to him. So, you know. Don't forget that great find Visionary Vet found. What was that movie? The Island of Dr. Moreau. A movie from the 90s. It's like this apocalyptic movie where they're talking about a likeness to the beast, and they show Obama's face before he was even anything. Alright, we got that. Cool. Anyways, all kinds of connections with Obama and Satan. You know, Satan's also called that old serpent, right? You know, Obama, the serpent in the garden portrait. Anyways, that old serpent equals 201, right? Well, not only was event 201 held on 10/18, like Luke 10:18, but they had Preparing for Disease X, their newest pandemic simulation. It was held 201 days from Obama's birthday. And if you think that's a coincidence, it was held exactly 201 weeks and 0 days after COVID was declared a pandemic. And we know how important the 201 is, obviously, event 201. William Henry Gates, 201. So not only does Obama equal dragon, but Barack Obama equals dragon. Barack Obama 32, dragon 32, Obama 32. And this was in New York. New York equals 666. Now also, here's the confirmation. Remember, the show ended on his birthday, right? So not only did the show end on his birthday, but the giant dragon inflatable was put up there 49 days before his birthday, which is the gematria of Antichrist and Revelation. And, you know, this show is a spin-off from Game of Thrones, right? Which has the Red Wedding. You remember when Obama made the joke about the Red Wedding? Notice how Red Wedding is 177, like that old serpent. 177, New World Order 177. And don't forget the Jesuit Order 177. And that's a big number with George Walker Bush 177, Reading Mastery 2 177. That's the book they were reading in the classroom on 9/11. They were reading The Pet Goat on page 153, but that was inside of the book Reading Mastery 2. I just want to show you real quick. But yeah, the 153 and the 177, they're both big. So it was The Pet Goat 153 on page 153. Here, I'll just show you. Look, I'll type out The Pet Goat for you. See how The Pet Goat has that 153? And it was on page 153 of Reading Mastery 2. But here, let me show you. Reading Mastery 2. See how it has that 177? Should be a space there. Reading Mastery 2, 177, like George Walker, if I could spell right, George Walker Bush, and he was the one in the classroom. Notice, not only do they have the 177, but they also got the 255. So long story short, George Walker Bush is a match to Reading Mastery 2 in 2 ciphers. Isn't that interesting, considering he was the president during 9/11, who was in the classroom as they're reading The Pet Goat on page 153, when The Pet Goat equals 153, and that's inside of the book Reading Mastery 2, which equals George Walker Bush, including the 177, like New World Order 177. You know what it could be? This might be part of it. You see how I'm closing these tabs over here with the messenger? I messaged my the 222 live video I did. I just went down a long list. I literally messaged 1,000 people that video, and I got a bunch of responses. So it could have something to do with that. That all the responses that I'm getting are like slowing it down. I don't know. Hopefully it won't be a problem in the future. Anyways, Dragon Inflatable has that 846 like the fallen angels, like tribulation, and this happened in New York where the first tower was hit at 8:46 a.m. and Revelation 3:9, behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie, equals 8:46. And there it is. But yep. Anyways, I just felt like mentioning that today. Let's see, is there anything else before I get back on track that I wanted to mention? I think we're caught up. Okay. So anyways, this is where we were before we took a little different direction. But anyways, we were talking about all the 222s, right? And we brought up Samuel L. Jackson. So that's how we got over here, because see all these messages coming up? That might be part of it. Anyway, there you go. So if you're coming in late, it happened happened again. Another plane collision, another 222. Plane collision in Arizona, 222. Plane collision, right? We had the Delta Airlines, 222. We just talked about the movie, 222, about a near plane collision at 222 in New York, New York. We had the Philadelphia plane crash, 222 days before the mayor's birthday, 222 days after the Mexican president's birthday. Little girl was at Shriners Hospital, 222. We had Japan Airlines and Delta Airlines, both equal 222, with a plane collision 222 in Seattle. Don't forget, the first U.S. case of COVID was in Seattle, 222 days from Trump's birthday, the father of the vaccine. Trump equals 222. Wuhan coronavirus equals 222. COVID declared a pandemic 222 months after 9/11. United Airlines flight 222. That's the one that caught on fire headed to New York, New York. 222 on February 2nd. 222, including the end date. That was 222 days from the anniversary of 9/11. Someone's mentioning a name in the chat that equals 222. Who is that person you're mentioning? I'm interested. We had the plane run off the runway in St. Louis at the St. Louis Lambert International Airport, 222, named after Albert Lambert, 222. We had the Philippines plane crash 2 years, 222 days after their president assumed office. We had the plane collision with Vince Neil's plane and Vince Vaughn's plane in Scottsdale. And in the last year, Motley Crue, Vince Neil from Motley Crue, they put out a music video with a plane crash with a snake on a plane. This all started on the first day of the snake year, on January 29th. And from snakes on the plane, we had Samuel L. Jackson show up at the Super Bowl. Samuel L. Jackson, 222, like the first flight was 5342 equals 222. I also mentioned he was at the Super Bowl 50 days from his birthday. Airplane equals 50. Snake equals 50. America equals 50. I also mentioned that he's 76 years old. Like Airplane is also 76. Like Obama's movie has the 76s all over it, which has the airplane crashes, which has the leaflets with the snake on it dropped out of the sky, right? Okay, I think we're caught up. Now, we had the plane incident in Obama's old stomping grounds, O'Hare in Chicago, where Obama was the senator, right? O'Hare equals 222 like Beast 222. The birthday of O'Hare is 222 days from Obama's birthday. That one happened on February 1st, which was 222 days from the anniversary of 9/11. The Antichrist, Barack Obama, 222. The Beast of Revelation, Antichrist system, they're all 222. Then you remember the, what was I going to say? Oh, the movie 222 about the near plane collision at 222. Remember Sarah, in that movie, Sarah was on the plane from O'Hare that almost got in the collision. So they mention O'Hare in that movie, 222. Isn't that wild? I broke all that down days ago. Then, just recently, we had this in December. At least 38 dead after Azerbaijan Airlines plane crashes in Kazakhstan. That was 222 days after the president of Kazakhstan's birthday and 222 days before Obama's birthday. Azerbaijan Airlines plane equals 222. What are the odds? The song, American Pie, about a plane crash, that was performed for the first time in Philadelphia, and we'll talk more about that later with the Philadelphia Eagles and their connection to this. But anyways, American Pie, about a plane crash, was performed for the first time on Pi Day, 3/14, 222 days from Obama's birthday, and we have a blood moon Pi Day eclipse coming up on Pi Day, 222 days from Obama's birthday. And the song, American Pie, about a plane crash, there's a movie called American Pie, which came out 2 years, 2 months, and 2 days before 9/11. And it also came out 22 weeks and 2 days from the anniversary of the plane crash, known as the day the music died, which inspired the song American Pie. Now, to show you how important the 222 number has been, we had Trump, the father of the vaccine, while he was president. We had the first U.S. case of COVID in Washington State 222 days after Trump's birthday. Then he rolled out the Stargate project on the anniversary of that date, 222 days after his birthday. While he was president, COVID was declared a pandemic 222 months after 9/11. All these things equal 222. Wuhan coronavirus, World Economic Forum, Antichrist system, Event 201, mandatory vaccination, COVID vaccines, vaccine cards, as above, so below, order out of chaos. They all equal 222. And Trump just won the election 222 days before his birthday. What are the odds of that? And then in the year 2022, which is 222, drop the zero, Obama would test positive for COVID 222 days after his birthday. Shout out to Derek from Gematria. He let us know that singer Aaliyah, she died in a plane crash 22 years, 222 days after she was born. How crazy is that? And then shout out to Decoding with Cody. He let us know that Trump's plane made an emergency landing in Montana. That was on August 9th, 2024, a leap year, and that was the 222nd day of the year. Wow. Like Trump equals 222. Now, we connected a lot of these plane crashes to the Eagles Super Bowl. All right, and I'll get to why more in a second. But first, let's keep going with the 222s. If you add up, remember the Eagles just won the Super Bowl, right? That's Kobe Bryant's team. He's from Philadelphia. It's all connected to Kobe. I'll explain it in a second. The Eagles have been in 5 Super Bowls. Super Bowl 15, 39, 52, 57, 59. Add them all up. The 5 Super Bowls the Eagles have been in, and it adds up to 222. The 4 playoff games that the Eagles had this year. Add up the total scores of the 4 playoff games. 32, 50, 78, 62. It equals 222. We literally had a plane crash in Philadelphia right before the Super Bowl, 222 days before the mayor's birthday and 222 days after the Mexican president's birthday. And everyone on that plane was from Mexico. See? Scheinbaum offers condolences after 6 Mexican nationals killed in Philadelphia plane crash. Right? Remember, that was the one at 6:06 when Philadelphia equals 6:06 and 6 people on the plane were killed. And there were 6 houses on fire and 6 cars on fire. Remember that one? And then the Super Bowl in New Orleans was 2,222 weeks and 2 days after a plane crash in New Orleans killed 145 people. Isn't that crazy? Now, on top of that, you had Andy Reid coaching for the Chiefs against his old team, the Eagles. And Andy Reid started with the Chiefs in 2013. Add up all the games that he coached over here on the right side. All the games that he coached for the Chiefs. That Super Bowl against the Eagles, that was his 222nd game as coach of the Chiefs. Can you believe that? And that's really crazy considering Andy Reid got his first Super Bowl victory the same day that he picked up win number 222. That was the first Super Bowl after Kobe died, the first Super Bowl during the time of coronavirus. And it was his 222nd career win and his first Super Bowl victory. And you know when it happened? On 2/2/2020. 2/2/22. And February 2nd equals 222. And February 2nd, 2020 equals 2220. And J-Lo did halftime. And J-Lo equals 222. And the Kansas City Chiefs won the Super Bowl 222 weeks after the Kansas City Royals won the World Series. And Royal is like a crown, like Corona means crown. And again, this was the first Super Bowl during the time of coronavirus. And remember, it was also the first Super Bowl after Kobe died. And Kobe's death kicked off coronavirus, remember? He died the first week of COVID in the U.S., and he died 22 weeks and 2 days after his birthday. Like 222, like Wuhan coronavirus equals 222, declared a pandemic 222 months and 0 days after 9/11. Isn't that wild that the 2 biggest events in world history, 9/11 and the day COVID was declared a pandemic, the 2 biggest events in world history, they're just separated by 222 months and 0 days. Isn't that crazy? And then for the confirmation, Kobe had a tattoo of a crown. Corona means crown. But for one more confirmation, where was Kobe Bryant buried? He just happened to be buried in Corona Del Mar, right? And the Eagles, remember Kobe's from Philadelphia. He's a Philadelphia Eagles fan. The Eagles' first Super Bowl appearance was 2 years, 22 weeks, and 2 days after Kobe Bryant was born. In the year 81, like Kobe being Bryant equals 81, like Mark of the Beast 81, like Kobe being Bryant scored 81 points in game number 666, and then he died in a helicopter, which equals 666, the first week of coronavirus, when vaccination equals 666, and COVID was declared a pandemic exactly 666 days after a pandemic simulation called Clade X. Now, this was the first plane crash that happened, the one in Washington, D.C. How did we start connecting it to Kobe? Here's why. Because the Eagles picked up win number 666 all time on the anniversary of Kobe Bryant's death. That was January 26, where they picked up win 666 over Washington. Anyways, the Eagles picked up win 666 all time on the anniversary of Kobe Bryant's death against Washington, leaving Washington also on 666 wins all time. This was days before a helicopter would hit an American Eagle from Kansas in Washington. And Kobe died in a helicopter, and helicopter equals 666. And Kobe scored his career-high 81 points in game 666 of his career. And by the way, the Eagles posted a picture of a helicopter before that game was played with Washington. True story. And also, Kobe was born in Philadelphia. Another true story. So try to wrap your head around that. I'm sure that's the biggest coincidence of all time, right? The Eagles, right? Biblical. The Church of Philadelphia, right? The synagogue of Satan. How many points did the Eagles score in that game? Was it 55 points, like Satan equals 55? And then we had a Learjet 55 crash into Philadelphia. What was it, 5 years, 5 days after Kobe died? Something like that. So the Eagles picked up win 666 all time over Washington, leaving Washington on 666. An American Eagle, like Philadelphia Eagles from Wichita, Kansas, kind of like Kansas City. Now, I know Kansas City's in Missouri, right? Well, what happened days after this crash? We had a plane crash in Philadelphia. Where was that plane headed to? Oh, Missouri, right? So it's just impossible to be a coincidence. They pick up win 666 on the anniversary of Kobe's death, who's from Philadelphia. They post a picture of a helicopter before that game with Washington. Days later, you have a crash in Washington with a helicopter with an American Eagle from Kansas. And here you go. Kobe scored career-high 81, game 666 of his career. There you go. Sorry about the glare. But yeah, we've talked about this literally about 20 times now. And trust me, I hope they end the plane crashes sometime soon, because I'm sick and tired of talking about it. And I know you guys are probably tired of hearing about it. Now also, right, what are the odds with all that 666 going on and all these plane crashes going on that the Super Bowl was held on February 9th, right? Well, you know that song we keep talking about, American Pie? Well, that song's about a plane crash. The plane crash that killed Buddy Holly, Richie Valens, and the Big Bopper. It's called The Day the Music Died. Well, that plane crash was on February 3rd, 1959, right? Well, the Super Bowl was 66 years and 6 days after that plane crash, known as The Day the Music Died. And that song, American Pie, was performed for the first time in Philadelphia. Isn't that wild? As the Eagles came into that game with 666 wins. And remember, there was a big 666 connection in the Super Bowl. Cooper DeJean. Cooper DeJean equals 666. He had the pick 6 on his birthday. That was number 33. Like DeJean equals 33, like runway 33 at the first crash. Don't forget Eagles equals crash in 3 ciphers. Don't forget that one. What's the other thing with Cooper DeJean? Oh, yeah, he was the 40th pick in the draft, as the Eagles score 40 on the 40th day of the year, and airplane equals 40, and Brazil equals 40. And there was the airplane crash in Brazil. Remember? 2 days before the Super Bowl, 2 people were killed. And that was when that movie Love Hurts came out. And that was the matchup. The Eagles opened the season in Sao Paulo, Brazil, right? And the Super Bowl was 22 weeks and 2 days after they opened the season. There's your 2-2-2 on that one. And anyways, there's so much with that one. But yeah, let's see. Was there anything I'm missing with that? Cooper DeJean, the 40th pick in the draft. They scored 40 on the 40th day of the year. Oh, the first plane crash was at the Ronald Reagan Airport, the 40th president, Ronald Reagan. But yeah, Airplane 40, Brazil 40. The Super Bowl was 22 weeks and 2 days after that game was played in Brazil. You had the plane crash in Brazil with 2 killed just 2 days before the Super Bowl. And yeah, on the day of that plane crash, you had the movie come out, Love Hurts. That was the QB matchup in that game in Brazil. Love versus Hurts, and Love got hurt in the game. I think I got it all in off the top of my head. Now, a little bit more on that plane crash in Arizona. Found a little Jesuit connection here I want to share with you. So look at the look. What a show today, huh? All credit to God, man. We started out rough, but I think we're hitting the flow now. Man, that was rough, wasn't it? In the beginning, I couldn't open a tab. I'm sorry, I got a little frustrated again, man. You guys could see how it could get frustrating trying to share this information, and, you know, I've had so many issues lately, you know, technology-wise, you know. I do apologize, guys. I'm sorry I started out rough, but I think we're doing good, so let's keep going. So we just had this plane collision in Arizona. Look at the address. West Avra Valley Road. Perfect match to Society of Jesus in 3 out of the 4. Society of Jesus, the official name of the Jesuits, right? So there's the Jesuit connection. West Avra Valley Road. 56 187 79, like Society of Jesus in the same ciphers. Hey, Mom. In the chat, good to see you. Everyone say hi to my mom. See where it says Chris Mom? That's my mom, Christine. Everybody say hello. Much love, Mom. All right, now, another Jesuit connection. This happened in Marana. Marana is 21 and 42, like Jesuit is 21 and 42. And this happened in Arizona. Arizona is 84 and 42, like Jesuit is 84 and 42. Don't forget the Jesuit order is 84, like Arizona. Now here's your Pope connection. Arizona 105, like the full name of the Pope. Jorge Mario Bergoglio 105, right? Well, look down here. Because this happened exactly 43 weeks and 0 days before the Pope's birthday, which is perfect because it was a plane crash at an airport. And plane crash is 43 and airport is 43. And remember, this all started with the first crash on January 29th, which was 43 days after the Pope's birthday. Remember, plane crash 43. The plane came from Kansas. 43, the snake. 43 on the first day of the snake year. And 43 years ago, there was another plane that crashed into the Potomac River. 43 years ago. And that one was headed to Florida, which equaled 43. So, anyways, little Jesuit connection there. But yeah, West Avra Valley Road, perfect match to Society of Jesus in 3 out of the 4. Thought that was interesting. And also, I thought this was interesting. Marana is 48 and 21, like Plain is 48 and 21. All right. I think we got through that one. Praise God. But yeah, another plane collision, another 222. And this came right after the Delta Airlines incident. So it's just back to back to back, guys. It's like well over 10 plane crashes now connected to the 222. Unbelievable. Okay. Now, hold on. Let me clear up some stuff here. Let's see. Are the tabs working nice and good now? No issues? Look at that. All of a sudden, the issues are gone. So, yeah. It could have been all the messages I'm getting. I don't know. I don't know much about technology, guys. Which, that's probably why I've been doing these live streams from a cell phone for 5 years, right? Nah. Part of the reason is my IP address is blocked on my computer. So I used to be able to log into YouTube on my computer, but they blocked that ability. So I can't do that anymore. So that's why I go live from the phone. I couldn't go live on the computer if I wanted to. And, I could buy a new computer and try it again, but I'm afraid they'd just shut me down again. That'd all be for nothing. So that's why I do the cell phone. All right. I got my eyes on the chat also. Anybody have anything that I should talk about yet? That I missed? Anything on the 222s I'm missing? I saw this headline right before I went live. Figured I'd mention it. What a joke. President Donald Trump's approval rating sits at 47%. Can you believe it? The old 47. When Trump equals 47 and he's the 47th president. Wow. Where do they get these numbers? Yeah, Donald John Trump Sr. is 222, yep. So is Trump Organization. And Trump's sister died 222 days from her birthday, and Ivana equals 222, and Trump equals 222, and Ivana Trump died 222 days from her birthday. And Trump made the famous calm before the storm statement 222 days from the Clade X simulation. Which means, because remember, Clade X was 666 days before COVID was declared a pandemic, right? So Trump made the calm before the storm statement 222 days before Clade X. Well, what's 222 plus 666? That would be 888, which means Donald J. Trump made his famous calm before the storm statement 888 days before COVID was declared a pandemic. Now, why does that matter? Maybe because Donald J. Trump equals 888, like the art of the deal, 888 like the synagogue of Satan, 888 beast system, 888 Mar-a-Lago, 888, So we just talked about Trump in the 47. We see that his approval rating is 47%, right? Trump calls Ukraine Zelenskyy a dictator without elections as rift widens. This article from February 19th. Well, Zelenskyy is now 47 years old. Like Ukraine equals 47, like Trump equals 47, and Trump's number 47. And he called him a dictator without elections, which is 110, like Ukraine is 110. And dictator without elections is 142, like Zelenskyy is 142. And this was in the news 25 days after Zelenskyy's birthday, like Trump equals 25. And we got this news 340 days before Zelenskyy's birthday, like dictator without elections equals 340. Wow, what are the odds? So there's that one for you. And let's see. All right, I think this is what I want. Now, big shout out to Decoding with Cody. Most of the slides on this 0-day decode came from Cody. So, big shout out to him. I just figured I would mention some of this stuff. New show comes out today, all right, called 0 Day. Now, I haven't seen it yet, so we might have a part 2, might have a follow-up after I watch it. I'm probably not going to finish it all in one day like I did with Squid Game, but yeah, within the next week, I'll probably finish it. I'll let you know if there's anything to mention in the show. But anyways, there's a new show comes out today. It's called 0 Day. And 0 Day is about a cyber attack. All right? 0 Day, it's about a cyber attack. And Obama just put out a movie not too long ago about a cyber attack. The movie was called Leave the World Behind. Not sure if you've ever heard of it. But fun fact, Robert De Niro was presented with the Presidential Medal of Freedom by U.S. President Barack Obama in 2016. So Obama's a big fan of Robert De Niro, right? So yeah, Obama's movie, Leave the World Behind, about a cyber attack, 0 Day, a new show on Netflix. They're both on Netflix, by the way. 0 day about a cyber attack, right? Well, cyber attack equals 188, and today the new show comes out 188 days after the birthday of Robert De Niro. See how his birthday is August 17th? So today's 188 days after his birthday, like cyber attack, 188. I mean, what are the odds? He's the star of the new show about a cyber attack, and it just happens to come out 188 days after his birthday when cyber attack's 188. A 0 day attack is a cyber attack that exploits a software or hardware vulnerability before a patch is available. The term 0 day refers to the fact that the software developer has 0 days to fix the vulnerability. All right, that's what a 0 day attack is. So Obama had the movie about the cyber attack, right? And this new show about a 0 day attack comes out today, 201 days after Obama's birthday. And look at the gematria of 0 day attack. It equals 201. Isn't that interesting? And don't call it a stretch, because I just read to you, Obama gave Robert De Niro the Medal of Freedom, and is that what it was called? The Presidential Medal of Freedom? Let's just make sure. Yeah, right here. Presidential Medal of Freedom. And Obama had a movie about a cyber attack. So there's no stretching here. And 201 is a huge number with Obama. So 0 day attack, 201 comes out 201 days after Obama's birthday. Like that old serpent, like the son of perdition, Barack Hussein Obama. 201. Now, if you don't believe me that the 201 is important, well, we just had Preparing for Disease X. That was held on January 17th. That was held 201 weeks and 0 days after COVID was declared a pandemic. Like Event 201, like the main sponsor of Event 201 was William Henry Gates, 201. Like the full name of the Jesuit Pope, Jorge Mario Bergoglio, 201, who lives in suite number 201 at the Domus Sancti Marte, which equals 201. Like Catholic Pope equals 201. Like the Guidestones went down 201 days from the Pope's birthday, and the Guidestones are built under the alias R.C. Christian, which is a perfect match to Pope Francis, and 3 out of the 4. Ignatius of Loyola equals 201. That's the founder of the Jesuit order, which equals 201. Is it all a coincidence? Is it a coincidence that Preparing for Disease X was held 201 weeks after COVID declared a pandemic and 201 days before Obama's birthday? Here's another 201. King of Babylon, Barack Obama, 201. And again, Event 201 on 10/18, all connected to Obama. Now also, the show 0 Day, it's coming out on Netflix 440 days after Leave the World Behind came out on Netflix. And that's the gematria of Antichrist, 440. Drop the 0, you got the 44 there, like Obama number 44, right? Don't forget, fallen angel equals 44, lightning equals 44, Satan falls like lightning. Remember Obama's birthday a couple years ago? There was an elderly couple from Wisconsin. Wisconsin equals 44. They were killed by a lightning strike near the White House on Obama's birthday. Remember that one? Pepperidge Farms remembers. So do I. And another interesting thing, it comes out today on the 51st day of the year, like 0 Day Attack equals 51. And here's from the trailer. Remember, this trailer was put out, days ago. The show just came out today, right? Look at the trailer. Reports of train derailments and air accidents as systems fail. Well, isn't that interesting? Because we had all the train derailments, and now we're having all the airplane accidents. Isn't that perfect, right? So, anyways, there it is. 0 Day. 188 days after De Niro's birthday, like cyber attack 188. All right. Oh, I think I got 1 or 2 more things to say here. Pope's been in the news with his bilateral pneumonia. I just wanted to point out Fun fact, bilateral pneumonia is a perfect match to Bavarian Illuminati in 3 out of the 4. So, more news by the numbers. I think the Pope's going to be okay. All right. Let's see. Anything else I need to cover right now? Make sure you check out King Nico. He's in the chat. He's on YouTube and on Facebook. Check him out, King Nico. Let's see. I think we might be all caught up here. All right, we talked about the Trump and the 47. We got all that in there. Got Zelenskyy in there. Got the new plane collision. Let's go through these tabs, make sure everything's up. And again, I'm sorry I got so frustrated with these tabs. Remember, it set me back like 20 minutes also. I was supposed to go live like 20 minutes before I came on. So yeah, I was a little bit flustered when I started out. It happens. Trust me, you do this job full time for 5 years and you're going to get a little flustered from time to time. It's going to happen. I promise. Yeah, I think I got it all in there. Yep, we covered everything about the planes. All the 222s. Can you believe it? Another plane issue with a 222 connection. Plane collision. 222. And the one before it wasn't a plane collision, but it was Delta Airlines. 222. It's like every single one of these plane rituals comes back to the 222. You know? We just broke down the movie 222 about a near plane collision that happens at 2:22. We talked about all the Super Bowl stuff, Philadelphia, Seattle, the one in Houston, the one in St. Louis, the one in the Philippines, the Motley Crue one, the Snakes on a Plane connection, the O'Hare one, Chicago. Oh, here, don't forget, the one that happened in O'Hare. Okay, remember in the movie 222, they mentioned one of the planes that almost collided came from O'Hare. But anyways, that movie came out, the movie 222 about the plane crash, that movie came out on the 181st day of the year. Like Barack Obama 181, Barack Hussein Obama II 181. And this incident at O'Hare happened 181 days from Obama's birthday, which again, that's the gematria of his name. And remember the zip code at O'Hare. 60666. That's the zip code of O'Hare. And remember, the Chicago Bears are on 666 losses right now. That's Obama's team. And then we had the Azerbaijan Airlines plane, American Pie connections, all the 222s with COVID. Aaliyah died in a plane crash 22 years, 222 days after she was born. Trump's plane with the 222 connection. The Eagles with all their 222 stuff and the Super Bowl, 2,222 weeks and 2 days after a plane crash in New Orleans. Andy Reid with his 222 connections, the Kobe 222 connection. So yeah, if you came in late, make sure you rewatch this one. And then we talked about some crazy stuff with the Giant Dragon inflatable. If you came in late, you might want to go back and listen to that. We were talking about the 192s. We talked about Jennifer Aniston and the Commodus bunker and Trump's inauguration and the Giant Dragon inflatable 192. That was up there 192 days after Leave the World Behind hit Netflix. The show ended on Obama's birthday. And House of the Dragon equals Barack Hussein Obama II. And Dragon equals Obama. And Barack Obama equals Dragon. It happened in New York. And it was up there 49 days before Obama's birthday, which is Antichrist and all that. So yeah. Okay. That might be it. I think we got it all in there. We talked about Obama's book, A Promised Land. Another 76. Like Barack Obama equals 76. The 76 is all over his movie. Leave the World Behind. The coffee cup with the 76. It's always hard to see until I do this. It's hard to see that 7. But you know why they did that? Why they made the 6 stand out and the 7 darker? Because not only do you have the 76, but remember in the opening scene, there were 2 clocks. You had the coffee cup and the 2 clocks. And the 2 clocks had a 6 showing. Remember? So you had the 666 there in the opening scene. Anyway, here. I don't know if I can find it. It would be a miracle if I could find it real quick. Let's see. Here, which one of these tabs could I use? Here, we'll just do this one. Here, I'm just going to type in Obama's movie. Too bad they deleted all those videos. Because, here's something everyone should know. So remember Obama's movie? The cargo ship White Lion loses control, right? Remember we had the bridge collapse where the cargo ship lost control, hit the bridge, right? So anyways, that bridge collapse happened at 1:28 a.m. Bridge collapse equals 1:28. That was the Francis Scott Key Bridge, the guy who wrote the Star Spangled Banner. By the way, Star Spangled Banner equals 666. But anyways, Francis Scott Key's birthday is August 1st, okay? This bridge collapsed on March 26th. The bridge collapse happened 128 days before Francis Scott Key's birthday. It collapsed at 1:28 a.m., guys. See up here? It collapsed at 1:28, 128 days before Francis Scott Key's birthday. Bridge collapse 1:28. It happened in Maryland, 1:28. The name of the cargo ship in Obama's movie was White Lion, which equals 1:28. That movie about the power grid is 1:28. That movie came out on December 8th, 128. That bridge collapse was also 128 days after Joe Biden's birthday, who was president at the time. The cargo ship in the movie loses control with 128 minutes left in the movie. And 128 minutes into the movie, there's a bridge with the center missing, a bridge collapse. 128 minutes into that movie. Isn't that wild? Here, this might produce some stuff. Let's see what we can find in here. The director of the movie, Leave the World Behind, Sam Esmail, his birthday and Obama's birthday are separated by 10 months, 18 days. By the way, the little girl finishes the last episode of Friends in the Commodus bunker. And you know what the last episode of Friends is? It's season 10, episode 18. 10:18. Like Obama. Here you go. Here it is. The last episode of Friends, called The Last One. It's a 2-part series, but the final part, season 10, episode 18. Like Luke 10:18. There you go. Barack, lightning, Obama, a high place. Obama's the clone of Akhenaten. Akhenaten was the 10th ruler of the 18th dynasty. Don't forget, we had, oh, man. Have I been forgetting that this whole time? Oh, my goodness. This whole time, guys, I forgot Event 201 was held on 10/18. Oh, my gosh. That's why sometimes it's good to recap stuff. You wouldn't believe how many things I forgot. No, I said that before. Yeah. Yeah, never mind. I'm having a brain fart right now. Yeah, I mentioned that earlier today. I knew that. Never mind. Disregard what I just said. Yeah, I knew Event 201 was held on 10/18. I mentioned that earlier today. My bad. There's so much I could talk about with this. Look, the last episode of Friends is called The Last One, which equals power outage in 2 ciphers. How about that? I talked about this earlier. Matthew Perry said he had a man crush on Obama. There they are together. He died on the day, leaving 64 days left in the year. Matthew Perry, 64. The Antichrist, 64. Barack Hussein Obama, 64. Israel equals 64. Israel was attacked by Hamas, allegedly, 64 days after Obama's birthday, when Israel equals 64. And Israel declared war 666 days before Obama's 64th birthday. Yeah, if you came in late, you definitely want to rewatch Matthew Perry's book, or his memoir, Friends, Lovers, and the Big Terrible Thing. He said, I would give it all up not to feel this way. I think about it all the time. It's no idle thought. It's a cold-hearted fact. That Faustian prayer I made was a stupid one, the prayer of a child. It was not based on anything real, but it became real. I have the money, the recognizability, and the near-death experiences to prove it. Yeah, see how he calls it a Faustian prayer? A.k.a. Faustian bargain, deal with the devil. Remember Matthew Perry died on October 28th, 2023, and in the show he played Chandler Bing, who had a fictional birthday, April 8th, 1968. So Matthew Perry died 666 months after his character's birthday in the show. I forgot about that one too. Oh, that's the name of the production company. S-Mail Corp. 666. Remember the birthday of S-Mail, 10 months, 18 days from Obama's? Remember when Brittany Griner, with the 10/18 birthday, was found guilty and sentenced on Obama's birthday? S-Mail equals Obama. It hit Netflix 4 months and 4 days after Obama's birthday. See, I've been talking about that 76 from the jump. Yep. Stuff I've been talking about for a long time. Obama's book, Promised Land, 44 days left in a year. Yeah, there's a snake right there. Got the girl with the NASA shirt. National Aeronautics and Space Administration equals 666. Oh, would you look at that? Obama's movie about the power grid, right? Well, look at the name of the cargo ship that loses control, White Lion. It's a perfect match to power grid in 3 out of the 4. Drop the mic on that one. Come on now, including that 128, which was all connected to the bridge collapse at 128. 128 days from Francis Scott Key's birthday when bridge collapse equals 128, Maryland 128. The movie came out on 12/8 on Netflix. I mean, come on. White Lion is a perfect match to power grid, but these guys aren't using gematria? Right, okay. Go try to convince somebody else of that, because you're never going to convince me after 10,000 videos that these people aren't using gematria. How about this? As the little girl is making her way into the Commodus bunker to finish the last episode of Friends, Season 10, Episode 18, when Commodus died in 192 like Obama's 192. This is Obama's movie, so don't call it a stretch. As she's going down to the bunker, we see this picture on the wall. Hope begins in the dark, and Obama ran on hope, right? And the guy who made the hope poster made the Obey poster. We see the guy wearing the Obey shirt in there. But anyways, hope begins in the dark, right? 323, like Barack Hussein Obama. 323. What are the odds? Here you go. Look. The guy who founded Obey Clothing is the same guy who designed Obama's hope poster. All right? And doesn't it kind of look like Obama? I know it's supposed to be Andre the Giant, but kind of looks like Obama. Obey NASA, how funny. But yeah, the same guy who did Obama's hope poster, I think his name's Shepard Fairey or something like that. Here, let's see. Not sure how you spell his name. There he is, Shepard Fairey. This guy. So he's the same guy. Where was I now? Same guy who did the Obey poster, did the Hope poster. Oh, here's what I was looking for. This is the whole reason I went down this road. We were talking about the coffee cup, right? And I told you, I said there is a 7 on there. There's actually a 76 because Barack Obama equals 76. Now you see it over here? You see, without me zooming in, you can't even tell there's a 7 on there. You can only see the 6, right? And remember, I said they did that because there were 2 alarm clocks and both of them showed a 6. Well, here, let me zoom in for you. Here's your one alarm clock over here. See how they conveniently blocked out the rest and just left the 6? See that? Now let's look at the other alarm clock. Both hands are pointed at the 6. It's like 6:30, right? But both hands are pointed at the 6. That's another 666 reference. 6:30, 3 6s, right? And then look, it's hard to see that 7 even still. But that's why they did that. It's multi-layered. They got the 76 in there, like Barack Obama equals 76. They got to hit exit 76 to get to the vacation house, right? But by making the 6 stand out more than the 7, you got the 6, and the 6 over there. So that's why they did that. That's why they made the 6 brighter than the 7. In my opinion. That's what they did there. Now, check this out. This is when the Teslas lose control in the movie. Look, you got the 116 up here, which is Barack Hussein Obama equals 116. Right below it, you got the 550. Well, what's 550 plus 116? 666. So that was another little hidden 666 they did there. These videos did great, by the way. They were getting like 12,000, 15,000 views, like every one that I was putting out. And they've all been deleted. Remember the poster? B-A-A-L, Baal, Ball, right? Anyways, there's some fun facts for you on Leave the World Behind. But yeah, I think we're where we need to be here. We've talked about a lot today. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and show this then. If anybody wants to support the channel, that would be very much appreciated. I could really use the help. I know I say that a lot. I'm trying to get caught up on my life, guys. I don't know what else to do. My wife is working full-time now. This is my full-time thing I've been doing for 5 years. You guys know her dad was staying with us. He had cancer for the last several years. He was helping us, get by with the rent and all that. He passed away just a couple months ago. So we're trying to get caught up on life. Trust me, I don't like telling you guys every other day, hey, I could really use the help, support's down, all that stuff. I hate talking about money, but, doing this full time, I got to mention it. So if anyone wants to help out, very much appreciated. I got PayPal, Zelle, Cash App, Venmo. I'm not monetized, never have been, never will be. That means I don't make 1 penny from YouTube. So thank you to everyone who has supported me over the last 5 years and kept me going full time. You guys are amazing, and thank you so much. All right, let's go ahead and turn this thing around. Hey Jamil, hey Still Waters, hey Young Macho Savage, hey Jeannie, hey Bones. Anybody have any questions or anything to add about anything I've said today? And again, I do apologize for getting a little bit frustrated with the technology. Again, I came in 20 minutes late. I took down all my tabs and brought them back up. You'll see if you go back to the beginning of the video. I was showing you guys. I was clicking on them. My images wouldn't come up. I wasn't sure it was going to work out today, but all credit to God, we got through it. So, but anyways, I apologize. I know I've been getting let's not beat around the bush here. I've been getting a little frustrated lately. I think it's now maybe 3 videos in the last week where I've been frustrated. So I've had a few people message me. They're like, man, I can tell you're getting frustrated. Maybe you need to step back, take a break. I wish I could, guys. I wish I could, you know, but there's many reasons why. Number one reason, uh, God won't allow me to take a break, and my mind won't allow me to take a break. Um, I don't know how to describe my personality, but I don't like to miss things. FOMO, fear of missing out. I'm like an OCD perfectionist that is like obsessed with getting the truth out to people. So my brain won't let me take time off. All right. So that's just kind of, I could say, hey, I'm going to take 2 days off and relax. As soon as there's another plane crash or something, I'm going to be right here. So that's just never going to happen. Also, I can't really afford to do that financially. I can't really afford to take any days off also. So I'm going to be here every day, whether it's a live stream or a regular upload. I'm going to be putting out content every single day. So trust me, I'm trying to be less stressed and frustrated about all this stuff going on, but there's only so much I can do with that. We are living in the biblical end of days. The spiritual warfare is off the charts. It's not just me, it's everybody. But especially when you do this full time, exposing the enemy, I think I get more attacks than like the average bear. I get attacked pretty much 24/7, including my the technology. I've had 14 channels deleted. Imagine trying to put this content out, not monetized. You got trolls, every other day, and you're putting out this amazing content, and you're being deleted over and over. I've been on YouTube for 5 years. I've had 14 channels deleted. That's a lot. Most people would have given up by now. That's my point. And all credit to God, I have not given up, and I will never give up. So, anyways, that's my speech for you. I'm just a normal guy, man. I am nothing special. I'm not like a genius. I'm nothing special, man. I'm just a guy that wants to get out the truth. I get frustrated like anybody else gets frustrated, and yeah, that's all I got to say. I'm a normal guy. So I do apologize though for the getting frustrated a couple times this week. I'll try my best to be less frustrated if I can. Yep, the White Line ship carried the first enslaved African Americans to Virginia in 1619. Yep, that is correct. Yeah, White Lion was a English ship that brought the first enslaved Africans to the English colony of Virginia in 1619. Yep. Alright guys, I'm just reading your comments real quick. Thank you, Jeannie. Hey, Gene Splice, much love. All right, guys. My voice was given out there. All right, guys. I think we're gonna wrap it up. Not my best presentation, but the numbers are all true. It's all factual. That's the thing. I could come out here and I could give the absolute worst presentation ever, but that doesn't change what I just showed. Everything I just showed you was 100% true. and pretty undeniable. So that is the good thing, about what I do. I don't have to be the best communicator, and I don't think I am that good of a communicator. I think I say and a lot, and sometimes I'm awkward and frustrated, or you know, all those things. And yeah, good news is, well, the good news is it's all going to be over soon. Ultimately, I can't wait for that. But yeah, good news is I don't have to be a great communicator to put out a good decode. So, all right, guys. One of them days, I feel I don't even know. I'm tired, man. I'm tired. I'm worn out. I wish they'd stop with the plane crashes. That's for sure. But I don't think they're done yet. I think we're going to see a couple more plane crashes before it's all said and done. All right, guys. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for being part of the channel. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Please do me a favor on the way out. Please hit the like and the share. Very much appreciated. And as always, keep looking up. We are living in the biblical end of days. Jesus is coming very soon. I can't wait. And I will see you guys on the next video. God bless.